What's up, guys? My name is Matt, and welcome back to a very strange video. It's a different video. Some of my older subscribers may or may not know about Project Cade. And if you remember Project Cade, it was essentially an in-depth look at the loot system in a very strange fashion. What I did originally in Project Cade was I leveled a character from 1 to 20 using only the Guardian Rises. Now, I know that sounds really weird, and that's really strange to a lot of you, and there was a giant Reddit post on it. Basically, I collected a bunch of data, how much XP things took, how many of this I killed, how many of that I killed, and what drops I got from where. And it worked. As a solo thing, it worked. I recorded like 1,000 drops, or like 200 drops, and like over the course of 1 to 20, and people said, well, what about the fact that you get different drops at different levels? And then I tried something a little different with it, and I kind of reported on Nightfalls based on YouTube videos for a while. And put that data out there, which was kind of skewed because a lot of people don't upload bad rewards to YouTube, but I literally tried to find every single video I possibly could of it. Well, essentially, that's what Project Cade was. And some of you even asked, when is Project Cade coming back? Is Project Cade even ever coming back? You ever going to do with anything with Project Cade? And I said when time comes, I will do it. That when the time comes, Project Cade will revive or do whatever and come back into play. Well, that time is now. So I actually need help from you guys. I'm going to be doing it myself, but I also need help from you guys. What you guys can do is a lot of you play Dragon Strikes. That shouldn't even be a question in your mind. A lot of you play Dragon Strikes. At least I hope a lot of you play Dragon Strikes. So why am I choosing Dragon Strikes? Well, essentially, Dragon Strikes is the only endgame content that is repeatable. And because it's repeatable, unlike the raids and Nightfall, I mean, those are technically repeatable, but they're not repeatable on a daily basis. They're only repeatable on a weekly basis. And let alone not even daily, numerous times a day, Dragon Strikes can be done. So they're the highest level content that you can do on a regular basis over and over again. So, what do I need from you guys? Well, in the description is a link to a Google spreadsheet. And what I want you to do is this right here. You see me get that engram right there? You're going to remember that you got that engram. Now, of course, as long as you keep your inventory empty in between strikes, you shouldn't have any confusion. But I'm going to remember that I got a helmet. Specifically, a rare helmet. So you're going to go to that Google form, and it's going to ask you, what class are you? What strike did you play? And what console are you on? Then it's going to ask you the next question. Did you get any uncommon weapons? You say no, it moves on. You say yes, you tell me how many of each type. So on and so forth through all the gear that is possible. Now, I don't really care about materials and strange coins and motes of light and ships. That's not something I'm looking for. I'm also not looking for what specific legendary or rare or uncommon you got. That's not a matter. It doesn't matter to me at all. I mean, maybe down in the future we'll do more specific things. But right now, all I want to know is what you got. So you play through the strike. If you pick up something during the strike, you picked up something during the strike. So like there, I got a helmet. Boom. Pick up that helmet, record it. At the end screen, say you get 2 rares and a legendary. We'll record that. And it's very simple to follow. It's really easy to follow. You should have no problem recording it. And just input your data in between every single strike. You can do 1 strike and boom, that's data. 1 strike is data. Now I'll be able to tell how many times people did Service Bay, or how many times people did Summoning Pits, and how many people played this console, or how many people played that console that participated in the data. So if you want to participate, go ahead and do it. All you have to do, doesn't matter what console you are, what class you are, none of that really matters. It's more of a stat that I'm kind of curious about, of the people that participate. What class do they do? But other than that, it really doesn't matter what class you are. And it doesn't matter what strike it is. That's more data that I want to know just because I want to know it. But why am I collecting all this data? Well, I have almost 4,000 subscribers, and assuming that like 20 of you do it, you guys do it for as long as you can, as regularly as you can, which I really appreciate if you do. I'm also going to be posting this to Reddit, as well as putting it on Twitter, and trying to get in contact with some of the bigger people out there. Maybe they can put this out there. I'm going to try to talk to like the big streamers, see like, hey, can you link this? And talk to the big YouTubers like, hey, can you just talk about this? And put it on Reddit, get as many people as I can doing this exact thing. And hopefully, in the month that I'm going to be doing this, technically a month, I'm going to do it up until the Taken King. And once the Taken King drops, I'm no longer going to be accepting data. And once I have all that data, why do I want all this? Hopefully I have thousands upon thousands of strikes with thousands upon thousands of drops. So why do I want all this? Well, essentially, one, I want to compare the difference between Taken King and the current game. I want to know the difference in the loot drops between now and then. That's the first thing. I also want just a general basis of the loot system. And the best way to do that is have massive amounts of people. And also, if you've noticed, I've prevented people from putting more. If you're going to the spreadsheet or the forum, I've prevented people putting more than like 20 drops in. I mean, they could put like 5 on everything and really skew the data, but I really hope that people don't do that. But if they do, hopefully enough people participate normally and do it correctly that their data kind of throws it off their little askewness and whatever. And also, before it gets thrown into a spreadsheet and actually calculated, I'll be looking at the numbers, and if there's some strange numbers in there, or if something's really askew, I'll correct it and go in there and delete the things that are awkward about it. But regardless, let me know, guys. Go down, do that for me. Even if it's just one strike, that's one strike. If you want to do 20, do 20. But I'd appreciate it if you did as many as you can, as many times as you can, with as many different strikes as you can. Now, if you get stuck doing the Nexus 6 times in a row, that's not a big deal. If you have to do the Nexus 6 times in a row, you have to do the Nexus 6 times in a row. Just record the data. Anything you get, let me know, guys. I would love to see all this data. I'd love to see a bunch of people participating in this, and hopefully we get some other people that are much bigger than myself on YouTube participating, and we can get a giant pool of data. And then maybe down in the future, I can release all that data, and then we'll do it again for the Taken King. And Project Cade will be back in action. But I need the community. I can't do it myself. I can't do thousands of strikes between now and the Taken King. Well, technically I can, but, you know, if 1,000 people do one strike, it's a lot easier for 1,000 people to do one strike than it is for one person to do 1,000 strikes. See what I'm saying? So, guys, down in the description is the link to that forum. Bookmark it. Help me out. Put your info in. Treat it with... try to be a decent human being and not fuck with it. I'd really appreciate it if I don't get some weird results. And again, like I said, I'll be looking through the results, and if I see something that's really strange, like someone got 5 of everything, then I'll know that's fake. But regardless, guys, in the description is the link to that form. Every time you do a strike, fill it out for me. I would really appreciate it. You can submit as many responses as you want, do as many strikes as you want, and just give me all the information you possibly can, because I'm going to use it in the future for videos, because I want to be that guy that understands the loot system, and I want to see if anything's broken. I want to see if anything's broken. We get 10,000 strikes or something like that on record, and we find out that there's 1 in 10,000 of getting a heavy engram. Well, then we were like, Bungie, community says there's 1 in 10,000 chance to get a heavy engrams in the Dragon Strikes. What's up with that? Fix it. And see what I'm going for? I want to understand the loot system. I want to be more in depth, and I also want to kind of understand how things work in the game. That's the kind of person I am. I like numbers. Anyways, guys, I have rambled on enough and wasted enough of your time. Now, go waste some more time playing Dragon Strikes and putting numbers on a forum. Yeah, do that for me. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. So my name is Matt, and I will see you guys next time.